Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Happy and really full of energy to have you guys back to the channel. I really want to say sorry for the last few videos. They've been posted up late, or they were posted a few days later. I've been having problems with my video camera, and I think I got the problem resolved and fixed. And I also think I got my glitch resolved in with YouTube, because I've been having problems. And every time I ask somebody, everybody else is not having problems. So I guess it was probably just me, and I just needed to do something, and I fixed it, and hopefully it's fixed. All right, so hopefully everyone's having a good day. I'm having a good day. It was a good day at work. And now I'm home, and my hair's up, ready to start this video. Always am. So let's get started. And my quote for today is, a lot of problems in the world would disappear if we would talk to each other instead of about each other. Now, I know many people can relate to this, because instead of instead of talking to the person, we'll be quick to talk about them. Honestly, I hate to see it. I'm a little old fashioned sometimes. My mom's always said to me, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. If you can't say it to them in person, to their face, then don't say it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the whole getting fussed over. Now, I understand. I even catch myself and I catch myself sometimes. I'm getting ready to say something about a person, and you know what? Sometimes I just hold back, because it's not worth it. Honestly, if the person doesn't care what they're doing wrong, and they want to continue doing it wrong, and you just, hey, just let them keep doing what they're doing, and you just do you. Worry about the things around you, worry about your family, worry about your school, your job, how to make yourself better. Worry about that, but at the end of the day, talk to each other. Talking to each other is the biggest thing, and that's what I try to relate so much, is communication is the key, because without it, we would be lost. Just like you communicate with your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, your husband, wife, and you can communicate to all these people, just like you can communicate on the media, on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I think some people out there do Tumblr. This Snapchat, all those other social sites. Just like you're able to communicate and you're able to express your opinion, because that's what those sites are for. You tell the world what you're doing, and then you express yourself, and some people comment on it, some people don't. Just like you're able to do that, talk to people. Talk to them and try to listen to them, and hopefully they will do the same thing, and hopefully they'll listen to you and hear what you have to say. So that being said and done, let's flow into these questions. Remember, respect everybody, listen to everybody, and don't be quick to judge everybody either. Just hear what they have to say. So let's flow into these. My first question is, hello, Carmen. I don't know what to do. I'm really trying to get along with my girlfriend. She's kind of stopped communicating with me right now, and I really want things to work out between us. Honestly, what I would do is, I don't know if there's a problem going on, and that's the reason why you guys are not communicating. But if I were to be your girlfriend, and and right now maybe you said something and you upset me, and I don't want to talk to you right now. You said something that upsetted me, or you said something that I found an offense, and I'm waiting for you to start talking to me. I don't know if that's what you mean. You really don't give me a lot to go on, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. Maybe apologizing is sometimes the first key. Sometimes I understand apologizing can be a very prideful thing. I've been told that. Sometimes, I say something, and at the spur of the moment, I say it, and I'm just like, why did I just say that? But it was on the spot, and I was quick to say it, and that's why sometimes I really do emphasize, and I really do say it. Honestly, just listen before you speak, because sometimes when you say something, and when you say it, there's no way to take it back. Honestly, there is no way to take it back. What's said is said, and what's done is done. So I'm not sure what's going on between you and your girlfriend, but I would honestly try to put yourself in her shoes. Maybe try to rethink of what just happened, if something happened a few days ago, if you said something, because the way you're making it sound like you guys are not talking at all. So maybe showing up at her house, her apartment, wherever she lives, and try talking to her in person. Don't try to do the whole cell phone call, text, because you can cut all of that and just go straight to the person. If I were your girlfriend, I would want you to come to my house or wherever I live and try to talk to me in person, if to start our communication back, because you want to make things work. Sometimes like the whole talking on the phone and texting is not enough. It really isn't enough. Sometimes you need to have that person face to face. And in your situation too, put yourself in her shoes as she should put herself in your shoes. Think to yourself, did I say something to her? Did I do something? Did I say something on a social site that something somehow upsetted her and I just don't know it? That happens too. I'm not sure why you guys are not talking. And I hope things work out for the best. Just try to just listen to what she has to say, and at the same time, hopefully she listens to what you have to say. And maybe it really isn't about who's gonna say sorry first and who said this, who said that, who did this, and who did that. Just sit down. Relax and figure out the reason why you guys are not talking, because obviously there is no communication there. So honestly, that's what I would do in your situation. Once you guys figure out the situation and you guys start talking, whatever it is or whatever got you guys not to stop talking, I should say. Try to understand that you always need to have this flow of communication, and knowing when to step up to the plate and say, you know what, she hasn't called me, I'm gonna call her, or I'm gonna show up to her place and that. But at the same time, if she's not communicating with you and you try everything in your best ability to communicate with her, maybe you just you need to give her time, and I hate to say to do the silent treatment back. I'm really not about that, because I'm more of tell me. And don't get me wrong, some days I do get upset. Sometimes somebody says something and I don't communicate with them. I don't say nothing. I turn off my phone, or really I don't turn off my phone, but I put my phone on silent. And I don't want nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say to me. I'd rather just keep to myself for a moment, and then I'll talk to that person and be like, hey, you said this and I'm not cool with that, but that's me though, so I'm not sure what's going on with your girlfriend. Maybe your girlfriend's got things going on and she doesn't know how to relate to it. But it always depends on what happened to get you guys not talking, because all you say is you don't know what to do, and you and your girlfriend are not communicating, but you still want things to work out. So obviously communication is the key to every relationship. Without it, I don't know how people are functioning and how they're doing it, but if they're doing it, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. All right, so let's go into my second question here. My second question is, my boyfriend is ready to have a baby, but I'm just not ready yet. Wow. I have never really thought about ever getting that question, and I guess you always got to think ahead, right? I did read this question before I started doing this video, and I thought so many ways to answer it, and obviously I'm going to answer it with honestly. First of all, you're going to have to sit down and talk to your boyfriend and tell him the reasons why you're not ready to have a boyfriend, and hear him out at the same time. Sit down and put yourself in his shoes. Would you be saying the same thing to him, just like he would be saying it to you, or not? Sit down and think in his shoes, but he has to respect the fact that you're not ready. I'm sorry, everybody out there, you can disagree or agree with me, but when somebody's not ready to have a baby, you can't force them. And by forcing that person to have a baby does not mean they'll stay with you in that relationship. That doesn't work out. It's happened so many times. I know you must know someone that thought by them getting pregnant that the girl was going to stay in this relationship, and that they thought the guy was going to stay in this relationship. vice versa. It doesn't work that way. You know, both parties have to be ready to have the baby, right? Honestly, and even when that baby comes, you're never ready. Never ready, because having a child is so much work and so much dedication. You know, are you ready for it? You know, and you got to explain to him why you're not ready, and he has to explain to you why he feels that you guys are ready. Hear him out, listen to what he has to say, and hopefully you guys can narrow down to say, you know what, tell him, you know, I'm not ready to have a baby, but maybe down the near future we will, you know. And maybe sometimes you have to be honest with each other and be like, you know what, I don't even think about having a baby with you. You know, if that's the situation, be honest. You know, again, in relationships, communication, trust, faith, and honesty is the key. If you don't have those things, then why are you in a relationship? I don't mean to say it like that, but honestly, if you're just not going to do any of those things, then why are you in a relationship? You know, and having a baby is a bigger step. It's a bigger commitment. You know, are you guys ready for that? Is he ready for that? Has he really thought about, you know, the thought of actually having a baby? You know, and I'm not trying to discredit the guy or anything like that. You know, get him thinking about it and be like, you know, having a baby, we have to have this. You know, I would like to be here. You know, explain that to him. Is if he's ready to be a father, you know, and if he is, then tell him, you know, if you know, and if this is a person you actually see yourself down the near future having kids with, getting married to, you know, give me time. You know, I need to get this situated, I need to get that situated. You know, it's always a wonderful thing to hear that, you know, your partner, you know, is ready. You know, and unfortunately when the other person's not ready, then it's like, okay, what do we need to do to get back on this level and not like this or like this, you know. So again, communication, faith, trust, and honesty is the key. So that's what I would do in your situation. I wish you the best, whatever decision you guys make and everything like that. But make sure you're doing it just for you, just like you're doing that, just like you're gonna do it for you. Do it for you guys, you know, because you can't forget that a relationship's us, not I, not me, not who you and who else. It's us, it's we. You know, you gotta remember that it's now, it's changed to a I, to us, and we, you know, and think about it like that. It's, and everything like that. So I wish you the best. All right, so my third question says, hello, what do I do? I no longer have faith in my boyfriend. Okay, no faith. That I have said that a lot in this video. Like, without communication, no faith, no trust, no honesty, why are you in a relationship still? Okay. But I'm gonna put myself in your shoes. If I would not have faith in my boyfriend, that means I'm not gonna trust him. It goes down this category for me. For me, it really does. You know, once I don't have trust, I don't have faith in you. If I don't have faith in you, I don't have trust in you no more. You know, it goes down that line for me like that. I know many people are different and they see their relationship way differently. I'm not sure why you lost faith in your boyfriend. I don't know if it's something you can work on, because, you know, if it's been a long-term relationship and you really want things to work, you do want it to work. You want that faith, you want that spark to reconnect, you know. I'm not saying faith, you can't get faith back. I'm not saying that's not possible. It's possible. I've always been told, and I've always told people, anything that's impossible is possible. Anything that's possible could be impossible. So I'm gonna connect that here with this question. Talk to your boyfriend and see what's going on, and tell him, be honest with him, be like, I don't have faith in you no longer. I need you to prove to me. You know, and maybe he might not have faith in you either. You know, maybe somewhere down the way you both have lost faith in each other, you know, and you have to get his faith back, you know, in that relationship. You know, once one thing starts going down, many things start falling down with it. And you need to talk to him. Tell him, you know what? Hey, I have faith in you. You know, this, you're doing this, and I don't have faith in that. I don't have faith at all that that's how it's gonna work out, how it's gonna end. You know, and maybe he might say the same thing to you. He might tell you, oh, you know what? I don't have faith in this relationship anymore, or I don't have faith in you anymore. Being now that we're talking about it, but you're not going to know if you don't speak up, and he's not going to know that you've lost faith in him if you don't tell him. How is he going to try to reel you back into the relationship if you don't tell him? You got to sit down and be honest, and you got to tell him. When it comes to relationship, guys, you got to understand that even when the pride kicks in or other things kick in, you both have to be on the same page. It's plain and simple. My one teacher went on and on and on, and not to distract myself from the question, but he would say keep things plain and simple. And in relationships, you do, because the more that you try and the more that you show that you're trying, shows the part of you're keeping it simple and plain. Not to say relationships should be plain. You want a little bit more of excitement and all that. That is fabulous to me. Fine and dandy. But that's what I would do in your situation. I would honestly try my best and tell him, like, I don't have faith in you. And he might tell you the same thing. You got to be prepared to hear what he's got to say. If you're just afraid to tell him and you're afraid what the response could be, you got to just come to terms with it. I'm not sure what made you lose faith in your boyfriend, but hopefully this helps out. And remember, when it comes to relationship, you do need that communication. I can't say that enough, because you really do, especially with these questions here. You got to have communication. You have to have honesty. You have to have faith in the person, and trust. Once one of those things, for me, at least for me, once one of those things start going down, and I tell you about it, and I feel like you're not trying your best, then I hate to say, and I don't mean to sound rude, I'm not going to work on towards this relationship then. If I see it's not going to go anywhere, and I see that you're not trying, then hey, the ship's sinking, and I hate to drown with you, and I hate to say it in those terms, but maybe this relationship was not meant to be. So everyone out there in a relationship, remember communication, trust, faith, and just being honest with each other always follows along when being in a relationship. If you're not gonna do any of those things, and you're not gonna want to have to explain yourself to your significant other, well, then don't be in a relationship. Don't hurt another person's feelings. Don't put someone through the thought, the doubt, the this and that. Don't put them through all that. Just don't. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, and just don't think this relationship is gonna work out. But that's just, that was a little more of my advice, because most of my questions were about boyfriend and girlfriend, and communication, faith, and trust, and sitting down and just talking together, and just understanding that it's not just you anymore, it's us and we. Once you see that, and once you understand that, and once you understand the categories that I feel that should be placed in a relationship, then I think you guys can overcome your guys' problem and work on it. Because remember, relationships are not meant to be perfect. We're not perfect. We're meant to make mistakes, and our mistakes and our errors make us better in life, and makes our relationships stronger and better at the same time, because it says that we made it through this, we can make it through so much more worse, and everything that follows along. But I want to appreciate everyone that's with me today. I want to say thank you. We are closer to the weekend, thank God. It's midterm weekend for me, so not so good. Before I even know it, final weekend will come around. But most of all, I want to thank you guys. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for asking questions. And thank you for sticking around with me. I hope you guys have a nice night. I will talk to you guys next Thursday and keep you guys posted. Bye, Carmen.